And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Paranormal Task Force Operation Podcast. I'm your host, KD, and my co host, Gregory.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, tonight we had something special planned, but I have a feeling that there's going to be some technical difficulties on several ends. Not mine this time,
Well,
thankfully, I can
well,
say.
I'm trying to talk our ghost souls through this.
Right,
So
yes,
give me
yes,
a
yes.
second, see if I can
We're
do this.
working on it, but things may not go as planned. But if y'all know me, y'all know that's generally the way things are. Let's head over here to the chat
And
and
I'm
see
stuck.
who's here.
And I'm stuck on my phone because my internet just went down before.
Just went out. Just
Yeah,
went out.
my,
Hello, Kim. Hello, Kim again. Or she's saying hello to David. Crystal captures paranormal. Hello. Hey. How about that? David Libby. Hello, David. Hello, sweets. I assume you're talking to me, David. And Kevin D. Davis, my number one dude.
hey, Kevin.
You're my number one
Hey,
guy.
Kevin, how's it going? But I also want to give a shout out to the intro music that you brought in. That's actually something we used in the past years ago when we had music on our website. And that's Rick Mester in the St. Louis area from the band Sombrance. And that's a side project back in the day. I think it's called Ishnar Naku or something like that.
Ninku.
And that song is the Dawn of Ra.
Donna Raw, and it's a banger. I'm sitting here jamming out to it, man. It was really good. When I was going through the music Greg gave me, I was like, wow, this is nice. I like this because it has very X Files vibe to it, or kind of like a X Files, and that was the song that they play for Coast to Coast AM. You know, the hell, I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, it's very similar vibe, and I like it. But tonight we're gonna do, and we still will if everything goes
Well,
well.
I
If
sent
people,
I sent the link to our guest host or
yeah,
ghost
so we're
host again.
right. So we were gonna do the ghost host thing, and this was Greg's idea. But I liked it, is what he said. He said, "Well, you liked it," and I was like, "Yeah, it's a good idea." So the idea was to bring on guests, and they would interview us, and we would be the guests, and they would be the hosts. So that's the idea. But the problem is getting, you know, it's not as easy for everybody to get into StreamYard, and it depends on if you have an iPhone and some other factors. So we'll
And
see.
our ghost host says they can see themselves.
They can see themselves. I can't see them.
They gotta click on something, right? Click the what?
Yes, they have to click on Enter Studio, would be the correct answer for that. Hello, Stephanie Beatty. Look at there. Kim Baranski. How are you? I heard a bing bing. What was that? Was that
Maybe
email? I think I got an email. I don't care. Okay, let me just get rid of the email thing up here because I don't need that.
you got anybody?
Oh, Linda and Jennifer have entered the studio. Okay, cool. Here we go. All
Okay.
right, all right. So we have Linda and Jennifer as our first ghost host.
And they're a mother and daughter duo.
Mother and
Yes.
da- if I
Yes,
can
we are.
get them
Can
added
you
on
can
here,
you hear us okay?
I can hear you great. I'm gonna try to get you added on here to Z stage.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Um,
technical problems too. My internet went down.
Oh no.
Well,
I
I
don't
have to
know.
type minutes from my little phone.
I don't know
Oh, okay.
why we're not seeing y'all. There you are.
Hey, here we are.
Howdy.
Hi.
So how's Linda and Jennifer?
Glad to be here finally.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet. Yes. Well, I'm
Have,
glad y'all can make it.
have you guys met KD before?
I don't believe so.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you,
Pleasure to meet
both
you.
of you.
And like I was saying, Linda came to an event we held back in 2015, 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago, or am I wrong on that,
It was
Linda?
in 2010.
2010.
2010. Yeah.
Ooh, even further back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was in Charles when we did a ghost hunting workshop out there
Nice.
at a funeral home. And
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Weird place to meet people. Not weird, I guess. I mean, it just depends on the kind of work the line of work you're in.
It worked.
Right.
So Linda and Jennifer, you're the hosts. We're the guests. Time to play the game.
I understand.
All right.
So let's hear your best Pat Sajak or whatever. Your best I don't know.
So you got
whatever.
So they got the PTF past here, which is me, and also the present. And they also have KD as the PTF present, but he's also going to be the future as he's taking the helm starting beginning of next year.
Okay.
Right. So
That's right.
Maybe we'd like to start with you, Greg.
That's fine.
Okay. So when you started or went to PTF or changed the name to PTF, what was your goal? What did you see happening at PTF?
Well, the name change was kind of a thing because of working with the Booth brothers. They wanted us to have a more of a universal type name. That's where the Paranormal Task Force name came from. My vision back then was always helping the people or businesses in need who think they're experiencing paranormal activity or unexplainable activity to them. Then we would help them free of charge. And you know as well as I, after doing this so long, it's a very small percentage that would actually be paranormal activity involved. But then also the historical preservation became a very important mission of ours, is to get more people and youth involved in historical preservation. Because a lot of these historical societies, if you look at their youngest members, they're going to be in their 60s or 70s. We have to get youth involved, or else the places that they're working on preserving are going to turn into eventually a parking lot, a strip mall, a gas station, and I hate seeing that. So I always
QT. It'd be a QT. Yeah.
Yeah, at all of our events, I always give this, lecture, and I encourage people to get the youth and their family involved with helping their local historical society, whether it be time, a donation, or pay the annual dues of $25 to help them out so we keep history alive.
Yeah. Is that your vision as well, Katie, or do you plan on taking things a different direction or?
Yeah, no, of course. Yes. Historic preservation is actually another reason why Katie and I got involved. I'm actually the president of the Smithville, Missouri Historical Society. So not everybody's in their 80s. Okay. I'm not there yet. 45. But so we're heavily involved in historic preservation. Like I said, Smithville, Missouri, it's a cool little town. You guys come check it out. We got some little historical stuff there. There's a bed and breakfast and an inn. It's a historic inn there, and lots of other stuff. So yeah, no, I plan on maybe spreading out a little bit more than what PTF has traditionally been. It's traditionally kind of been Missouri based, and dipping over into St. or Illinois and here and there. But we're gonna spread our wings a little bit, and I'm thinking about South Carolina. That's where I'm from, so we're gonna hit a few places out there. Working on that right now.
Nice.
Out in Kansas, there's gonna be several things we're gonna do out there. But yeah, it's gonna be the same basic idea, and we're still gonna focus on historic preservation as well.
So when you say you're spreading to different areas, are you still going to have like the public being able to do these events?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
that is the intent. So we don't like to just do events at places just because, and I think that's a PTF. That's always been kind of a staple with them too. Is there has to be something going on there. So we will go check places out and first and make sure there's actually it's haunted, or we feel like it's haunted, or we feel like we can do events there. And then we do plan on doing the events. The one in South Carolina I'm working on is actually going to be a big event. And so, we're working on that. I'm working on securing that. But yeah, events, but also we're going to do a lot of private investigations, and we're going to do some content for social media, YouTube, Facebook, like we're doing right now. And so this was kind of, I've been trying to get Greg to do this with me forever, and he finally just agreed to it. He's like, I don't want to show my face on Facebook. And
I know. That's what I said too. So.
and I'm like, Greg, everybody likes to see you and hear you, so just get the hell on the podcast and let's do it. And he finally agreed to it. So
oh yeah,
here we are.
We all know Greg.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Sandy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Sandy too. Yeah, Sandy, she likes to stay hidden as well, but I'm gonna drag her into this as much as I possibly can also.
So KD, you were talking about different equipments possibly coming out. What do you have?
Well, so different equipment. I would say different spins on techniques that have been around, but we're putting a different spin on them, different, like using them with a different approach.
Right. That's what I was going to say there. I mean,
yeah.
What is going to be new? There's like so much out there already.
Yeah. There's only so much we can get into without me physically building a particle accelerator in my backyard, which I'm working on, but it's going to take a while and some funding. So hit me on my Cash App for that. But so, yeah, lots of, for example, I just sent a piece of equipment. It's not really a secret. The equipment, it's not brand new. I haven't traditionally sold them, but something that I use for haunted items, right? Or suspected haunted items would be the touch plate. And so Jack Osborne actually used that on, daggone it. What's the show?
Portals to Hell.
Portals to Hell. There we go. Wow. Portals to Hell.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Portals to Hell. Jack Osborne has a lot of my equipment, and that's one of them. And also, I got a call recently from another producer for another like pretty big show actually, and they wanted one as well. And they wanted one that looked just like Jack's. Had to be like Jack's. Wouldn't let me do anything extra to it. I was like, but the technology has come so far, and they wouldn't let me. But yeah, the touch plate is basically, it's not a REM pod. It does detect proximity, but you can take an item. It's got a little plate on it that's the antenna. And so whatever you put on that plate becomes part of the antenna. And so you could take, for example, I don't know, a bullet that your grandpa pulled out of his behind in World War II. I don't know. And put that on there and be like, Grandpa, are you with us? And you'll get something out of it. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, stuff like that, and obviously ghost boxes because I'm boring like that. I like ITC, so I'm an ITC guy. The ghost is in the machine, and yeah, so that's the equipment side. And the ghost helmet, I guess. The ghost helmet's a big one.
Well, and these will we would be able to purchase those.
For the most part, ghost helmets, not so much on the general market. But yes, the touch plate, all of my spirit boxes are all for sale. I peddle my wares over on the Supernatural Inc. Paranormal any page, and you look up anything on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, Supernatural Inc. Just look that up, and that's where we're at.
How do you what led you to decide that you need to start using equipment? I mean, I guess how did you get started in paranormal? I guess that is kind of where that would be rooted. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so that's okay. So two questions.
Yeah.
That's fine. So the first one is how, I guess, would be first, how did I get started in the paranormal field or messing with all this stuff? And that would be, I've always had a lifelong interest, and I got out of the military in 2014. My wife and I, Katie, we spent 5 years in Germany, checking out a lot of cool stuff. Well, when I wasn't in Iraq and Afghanistan, that was a whole other thing. But the time that I got to spend in Germany, we got to go to all the castles and, all these really cool old places. And we had some cool experiences. And, I'd always been into it. I started recording EVPs back in, I don't know, 2000, let's see, god dang, 2006, 2005 is when I actually recorded my first EVP. That was in a third shift job that I had. But, when we were getting out of the Army, I said, we're going to start doing this more like publicly, like we're going to make a page. And, I was really into taking photos of historic buildings and stuff. And so we got mixed up with some historic places like Smithville. And, so I guess the history side, the historic preservation and the paranormal thing kind of almost came at the same time,
Mhm.
And,
Greg.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Greg,
I'll
so
talk all night if you don't stop me.
Greg, I don't know if I ever heard how you got into paranormal investigating.
Well, it's let's give you the abbreviated version, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, basically, growing up, I had paranormal experiences. I got a visitation from my grandfather who was murdered in like 1970.
Wow.
Came back to visit me one time. In the Navy, I actually encountered 2 ghosts on one of my ships. And dressed white in the fire room, where the boilers are, walking across the deck plates and down, the stairs at the time. And a lot of people on the ship, especially the Filipinos who were very spiritual, warned me of, that ghost all the time. And I encountered that. And so this through life, history of experiences, and I got out. I just started looking around on the internet, which was kind of newer back in that time to me, and ran into what was going on in Union, Missouri with the so-called Screaming House, of what it was called later, where a major haunting was going on. And that's where I ran into Stephen LaChance of Missouri Paranormal Research. He invited me out, and I came out there one night with him, and first time doing EVP, I collected a buttload of EVP.
Wow.
Backwards, forwards, in so much that Todd Bates, back in the day of Haunted Voices, kept wanting me to send him all my raw, recordings from the house every time I went. So it grew from there. I became part of NPR, then I become the co-administrator of it. And then there was like a drama falling out, like the paranormal has so much of. And then I went a separate way with PTF, and the chances let the NPR dissolve,
Yeah.
Greg,
Interesting.
I've known you for a lot of years, and I think that's the most I've ever heard you talk.
I thought, but at the events, I get so focused on making sure administrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get to really cut loose at the events. He's too busy walking around taking weird photos of people and questionable poses and stuff.
Yeah. Send us some of those.
Right. So on with the new PTF, KD, will you be posting more EVPs and things that have been captured?
I will. I'm gonna focus on that for I think Greg and I have decided, and Greg's got like a wealth of vaults of evidence and stuff, which is really good. And so he's been posting a lot more, and I do plan on I actually want to start posting like more almost like a show format type videos with evidence from different locations and we'll have it cut up too, but I want to have like a full narrative for each thing, right? So
right. That would be great. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to have that for PTF. I think PTF, just kind of like the name, is kind of screaming like we need some sort of show. So in my opinion, TV's dead, streaming's king, and that's the way it's going. So yeah, all these people trying to get a TV show, just do it, man, and put it out.
We almost had our show back in the day.
There you go.
Back in 2009. I don't mean to hijack you guys, but since he brought that up, not too many people know. we got contacted by producers in California, and we did the audition part. Even went through making what they call those videos. You know, you send them
Sizzle reels.
and then they interviewed us, you know, through Skype at the time. We got selected, 4 of us from the team. We signed the contracts, and then the History Channel pulled the plug because they did not want to compete with all these new shows that were announced coming
Right.
out. It actually would have been one of my favorite shows at the time. I used to watch before Haunted History. So that would have been a dream come true to actually be part of the Haunted History, you know, legend on the history.
Right.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's a
almost
lot
got
of
to be.
stuff people don't know.
I was almost on a TV show too once.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah, just about. So, anyways,
So you want to finish?
next question.
I think that
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got. Okay. Well, then I'll just go ahead and call it
I mean,
then.
is there anything that we haven't asked that you just are dying for people to know? I mean,
Greg, is there anything that you're dying for people to know?
Well, I'm still keeping 2 steps ahead of the Reaper.
well, that's good.
And I'm still going to be, even though I'm turning over to KD next year, I'll still be around in the background. I'll still be coming and helping my boy out there. I've been a very big supporter.
when is it official, KD? When do you officially?
I think we said after the we're going to do it after the November event, right?
January
Yeah.
1st is the official.
January 1st, right? Yeah.
So what will be your first official ghost investigation with PTF?
Okay. So it'll be PTFX. We're gonna go to PTF like expeditions, sort of is the X in it, you know. So I guess it just depends. It's probably gonna end up being the Pythian. Is gonna be the first event that we do is PTF. I do have a lot of investigations that we're going to be doing, and then which may lead to events out in Kansas. So, the South Carolina event, we're shooting for early spring.
Okay.
So it won't be too hot, and it gets a little humid down there. But yeah.
Well, we have definitely traveled all over the country to different investigations. So yes, we would be interested in following you. So
I have a question for y'all. So being longtime PTF fans, would you be willing to travel as far as, say, Virginia City?
Virginia City.
Nevada.
How far away is it?
Nevada.
Oh, Nevada.
Well, it's a bit of a trip.
Well, I'm retired, so yeah, I probably would.
Well, it's just a question, you know. So I'm just kind of testing the waters here. So nothing's set in stone yet, but maybe.
I probably would, and I probably know some people that would come with me. So yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's something I was wondering of PTF.
I love new places. So yeah.
Sweet. Well, it's good to have you guys on as the PTF, as members of the PTF Army.
Absolutely.
And since
we're behind you.
Sweet.
And since they ran out of questions, I just want to ask them really quick. What's been your favorite place of doing an event at with PTF?
With PTF, mine would be Potosi.
Yeah.
Potosi. Yeah, that's a big one.
Been
yeah,
there
so
like
we'll
4 or 5 times.
So to expand on that, we'll still be doing events in Potosi.
Okay.
Those aren't going to stop. So nothing really that we're doing now is going to stop. If anything, it's going to increase.
Good.
So, right now correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but we back down to 2 events at the Pythian because different reasons. But we're going to attempt to bump that back up and do more.
Basically, because I'm getting too old to do all the admin stuff all the time.
I wasn't going to come out and say it, but there you go. But yeah, so we're going to increase the quantity of events that we currently have, and at least at Pythian I would like to, and maybe Potosi too if they're up to it. And yeah, so nothing's going to change as far as the base stuff. We're still going to do all that. And then, but there's going to be added stuff. So that'll be good.
Great, great.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Yep.
Yeah, KD's gonna be adding a bunch of merch.
Yeah, we will. So yeah, we'll have plenty of, like, every time you come to an event, there'll be t-shirts, and there'll be, we'll still do the giveaways and the all kinds of cool stuff. So there'll be, like I said, t-shirts, hats, mugs, whatever you want. If you got any ideas, just feel free to pop them in over there in the chat there.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, I want some thong underwear, KD.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk about that on the side, Greg. You're gonna make me blush.
Well, maybe they sat here and thought of some more questions, so I'll shut up.
All right, so
I think
okay,
that'll be the next segment.
yeah, there you go. That'll be the next ghost host. We'll let them come up with some more questions. And so okay, well, it's about time for us to move on to our next ghost host. But thank you, Linda and Jennifer, for jumping on here and just going through the struggle to get on. I appreciate you sticking in there.
And hopefully we see you again. I'm waiting to hear back from the Historical Society in Potosi, but September 27th should be the next one, the last one this year there. So you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll have to go down.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all for coming on,
you.
and thank y'all for being members of, or followers of PTF for so long. And we appreciate that, and we'll appreciate it in the future too.
And
Hello,
next year,
is this a kitty? Hello, kitty.
Yeah, this is my kitty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, well, that was a good couple ghost hosts there, huh, Greg?
Yeah, now we just gotta wait to see if this next one makes his way into the cyber waiting room for us.
Oh, I already got him in here. And our next ghost host is going to be Nathan. Hello, Nathan.
Hello.
Hey,
How's Nathan?
Good.
Good. So, well, I'll get it started off here, Nathan. I'm going to ask you just a couple questions real quick, and then you can let her rip. So, so you've been following PTF for a while?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So, never been to an event though?
Nope.
Well, we're waiting to see you, bud. We're waiting to meet you in person.
Alrighty.
So, okay, Greg, you got any questions you want to ask Nathan real quick?
Well, I know when he sent this thing and he's followed us for 3 years on Facebook. And I think that's about it. Do you know much about us?
Not really. I mean,
Well,
I know a little bit, but not.
That's okay. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So, Nathan, you got some questions lined up for us, bud?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Let her rip, man.
So my first question would be, do you have any personal theories about the nature of the paranormal? And it could be both of you guys if you want.
Okay, Greg, I'll let you go first.
Well, that's such a loose question. It's got so much potential. The paranormal, does it exist? Yes. Firsthand, I came in with a scientific viewpoint, and I've seen things and have experienced things that are scientifically impossible to explain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there. What it is, I can't say for sure. It could, some of it could be a disembodied human spirit or something portraying to be. It could be more malicious. It could be, I even joke around sometimes, it could be a time traveler from the future or an interdimensional type being. So there's a bunch of variations and possibilities of what it is.
Yeah, like basically expanding on what Greg said. Yeah, the paranormal is a blanket term for everything we don't understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, ghost wise, spirit wise, afterlife wise, I believe there's something there. Obviously, supernatural, things outside of our understanding or our ability to really observe them properly. I think that's why it's hard to capture evidence, and especially repeat in a manner where it can be scientifically proven, right? So with a scientific method, you have to be able to reproduce things, right? Whatever results you're looking for, it has to be reproducible, repeatable, and that's partially why we can't do that with paranormal things. So yes, but I definitely believe that there's a lot. There's a lot to the paranormal that I don't believe as well. So,
Right.
One thing's for sure. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna make some people mad. Would it make people mad if I said I don't believe in Bigfoot? I don't know. Some people might get mad about that. I don't believe in Bigfoot in the historical sense of Bigfoot. But that's one of the few things in the paranormal that I don't. Well, okay. So if there is a Bigfoot, it is paranormal. It's not an actual, just a cryptid thing that we can't find. I believe that.
Right.
So how about that? Yeah, I do. I believe in the possibility of Bigfoot, but not in the sense that it's just some living creature that's out there running around in the woods that we just can't find. So yeah, that's the only stick in my craw, so to speak.
And I believe Bigfoot's an alien probe put here, because you always hear a Bigfoot during UFO sightings. So it could be some type of probe that they, put down here to watch or monitor us, in some way.
Now, when Greg first said that, well, here's how he told me that. He said, I believe Bigfoot's a alien probe. And I was like, wait a second. What kind of alien probe? Because I've heard of alien probes before, and they never seem pleasant. They always want to put them in the weirdest places.
Right.
So, just no, I don't want to say that's my experience with alien probes. That might be Greg's experience with alien probes. Anyways.
You mean like the colonoscopy experience I get when I go in every so often?
Yes, that would be the type. That's what maybe it's my dirty mind, but that's where I was led when I first heard that.
And the last time I had that last year, I did tell them that they need to decor their room there with alien stuff, come out with alien masks, and they could charge extra, giving people the alien experience.
Dude, that is a brilliant idea. How come nobody's done that? Oh, so okay, so Kim Libby has a good point here. KD, all Native American tribes have belief in Bigfoot, and yes, they do. And I do believe that the Bigfoot is a actual phenomenon. I don't believe that it's just an animal running around in the woods. I do believe that if it does exist, it is something supernatural. I hate to say interdimensional. Sounds very cliche. But perhaps Bigfoot is something that exists in the human psyche. Perhaps it was something that humans had to deal with, thousands of years ago. Kind of like wolves, right? Like there's studies that have been done where children dream about wolves and chasing them, but they don't even really know what wolves are yet. Very young children. And I think those could be genetic memories of sorts. So it's something that our species as humans, we had to deal with for thousands of years. So we ran from wolves, we hid from wolves, we knew wolves hunted us. So that could also be the case with Bigfoot. That's just a possibility. I don't know.
But we better quit hijacking from our host. We're both doing it.
Well,
from our
dadgummit. All right. That's right. I'm a guest. Go ahead, host. What do you got for us, host? Are you there? Are you frozen? Uh-oh.
I see
Nathan?
his face. Did he freeze up?
Nathan, are you there? Uh-oh. I believe we may have lost Nathan.
You think we scared him away?
I think I might have scared him away with my Bigfoot story.
Well, Nathan, if you're listening, you can try.
There he is. He's there. He's back. Nathan's back.
Okay.
Nathan, we thought we lost you for a second there, bud. You were froze up on us. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Well,
it looks like it.
I don't know if Nathan's done. Linda and Jennifer, do y'all want to come back? No? Okay, they're muted. You guys are muted. You're back. You're back until Nathan comes back.
Yeah, I do have a question.
Okay, fire away.
If you are, one at a time. What was the best paranormal thing that ever happened to you? Or the scariest. Let's go with scariest. I don't know
The
if you
best?
scared, but
Nathan, we'll bring you. I see you're in there, bud. We're gonna bring you right back in.
sorry.
You're good. Go ahead, Greg. I'll let you answer that one. What's the scariest thing that ever happened to you?
Well, that's a hard one, but I got to go back to the Exorcist house when the side of my neck got
Oh,
burned.
yeah.
I mean, so I have to stick with that. That
Well,
was
didn't you
scary
scratch?
in so much. Pardon, Linda?
Did you get scratched there?
No, I got burned on the side of my neck.
Right.
I left the burn on the side of my neck,
Right.
but in the middle of the burn, it looked like a white cross untouched by the burn. So my theory on that, it wasn't a demon. It was a priestly figure trying to warn me to not be so close to the family like I was getting, with prying and probing.
Greg's got a problem with believing the demons scratched him, burned him. He doesn't like demons.
No? Well,
No,
No, Greg?
demons exist. But you go ahead and answer that question for him, Katie.
Okay. Well, Linda and Jennifer, it's good to have y'all in the background. We got Nathan back, so we're gonna try Nathan again.
Well, you got to answer the question for him.
Oh, what? The scariest thing that's ever happened to me? We'll bring Nathan in too.
No, you can get Nathan, yeah.
Okay, so the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, psychological haunting, like a mental haunting, right?
Oh, no, I guess about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
don't know
this, so this happened to me and Katie, and I was always interested in checking out, like, an asylum or something like that, but we ended up getting access to a house in St. Joseph, Missouri, and it wasn't. This place was completely ran down. I'm talking about nearly condemnable, like on the verge of being demolished. And but we ended up talking to a realtor, and she actually contacted us and said, "Hey, do you guys want to come check this house out? It's in the middle of being sold." So we were like, "Yeah, let's go do it." And we went out there, and it was a winter night, and it was like 18 degrees outside. It was cold. And so we get in the house, and immediately I felt like somebody was in the house with us, and it was just me and Katie. I felt, even though we'd already walked through the whole house with the realtor and kind of got the layout right, as soon as they left and it was just me and Katie there, it was like we were completely alone all of a sudden. And but it was almost like I felt like Katie wasn't there with me, even though she was. And I felt like my grip on reality is starting to slip. Like I felt super paranoia, like paranoia I've never felt. And I've been downrange. I've been in some pretty shady situations. Been to Iraq and Afghanistan, all that crap. And so I've been in some pretty shady type situations, and so this was kind of like, there's no reason for you to be scared. Why do you feel like, I felt like somebody was going to burst through the door, or somebody was hiding behind every door, and it was like something I never felt before. And then there was and then to go along with that, we were seeing things, like not seeing things in front of us, but we were seeing stuff happen on the camera, because we had set up DVR cameras, so we had cameras set up wherever there was power, and which was not the whole house, and but we would see like a child's head walk, like you just see the top of their head, like the hair, like bob across the screen. It was like, man, that was a kid. And we'd try to go back and watch it right away, and there was nothing there. But we both saw it. So it was like a shared delusion, like a shared psychosis or something, you know.
Wow.
And so come to find out, doing a little bit further digging into the history, this place, when the owner died, his wife lived there for several years, and then she died. And then she had willed the place to go to the city, and the city used it as a psychiatric forensic unit. So they would bring people in, and they would do, like, you know, they were basically learning about psychiatry. That was about that same time frame when, you know. And so turns out the psychological haunting, like we felt like feelings of paranoia and everything. I feel like these were the things that the people were feeling that stayed there and possibly continued to stay there.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah. Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
good to have you back, bud.
Mm-hmm.
We thought you were getting probed for a second. We were like, oh no, they took Nathan. All right, what else you got for us, Nathan?
So, my next question, like the paranormal side of ghosts, have you ever had a paranormal experience that you can't explain?
Greg, you want to go first?
Well, I would definitely say the Exorcist house of Beldar, Missouri, in St. Louis County, when I got burned on the side of my neck during filming. That was very unexplainable. There's been several, you know, going down the path. So that would be the main one. I've seen three-dimensional shadow figures. I've seen physical with my eyes, little glowing orbs go through a room and shoot through the wall, not on camera. I've seen other full apparitions as well. I've been psychically attacked, you know, by something in the past, which came through my body and sent shivers up and down my spine. And so bad, I almost curled in a fetal position and under the bed with covers on me to warm back up. So there's a plethora of unexplainable experiences I've had over the last 20 plus years.
Yeah. So the psychological, the psychic attack, that's kind of like the way we felt in that house in St. Joe, you know, the entirety of the time. Like, yeah. But so yeah, I guess that's kind of some paranormal experiences that we couldn't explain. So Greg, I know Greg has done a lot of work in going in and doing home cases and stuff, right? So Greg, you've probably ran into a lot of paranormal experiences that you could explain and did explain,
True.
right? Yeah. So whereas, you know, on the other hand, I started out doing that, but then I kind of went for okay, I'm going to take a different approach. I'm not necessarily looking for explanations to things. I'm looking more for documenting my experiences and communicating, if possible, with whatever it is that's there, if it's possible to even communicate with it. So there's a couple different approaches. You know, I think the traditional paranormal investigator goes in and tries to debunk or tries to find a rational explanation for the things that happen. Whereas I'm also still doing that. Obviously, if I go in and I hear banging in the walls and I'm like, okay, where's your water heater and this, that, and the other, right? And looking for reason. In the back of my head, I'm looking for a reason or something to explain the things that are happening to me. But at the same time, that's not my intent, is to communicate with something if something is there. So most of my experiences are not explainable. The ones that that stick out to me the most are not. Whereas I guess a lot that are, they don't really stick out to me too much. There's not a lot of moments where I was like, oh, there you go. It's your water heater. It's your power running all around your bed is causing you to freak out and have a panic attack. Whereas I know Greg's ran into that type of situation before. I'm the type of person that will form what is it, a fear cage? Is that what they call it? A fear cage around you to make you have paranoia. So because I think that's key to sometimes having a paranormal experience. But anyways, good question, Nathan.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got for us, bud?
And my other question is, what are some of the most common misconceptions about the paranormal investigations?
Greg?
I'll let you start off on this.
Oh, you're gonna make me start. Okay, all right. So, the most. Can you ask the question again? I'm sorry.
What are some of the most misconceptions about paranormal investigations?
Most common misconceptions. Okay, so, I think the most common misconception is what Greg would probably say is that everything's a demon. That's one misconception, right? But then on the other hand, there's another misconception where nothing is a demon and everything is a nice ghost that just wants to be friends with you. Whereas I don't believe that is the case either. I don't believe that's the case in most situations. So I think a lot of times people are fooled by what they're communicating with, because most things that are around that can communicate, have a two-way, seemingly intelligent or conversation with you, say over a spirit box or EVP. I don't believe most spirits have that type of ability, have that type of energy. They don't, have the grasp on that force in the afterlife or whatever reality they exist in. I think that things that are stronger, the stronger things are, the more obviously the better that they can communicate. So I think the things that communicate with us the most and the strongest are probably not ghosts, like in the traditional sense, like the spirit of a passed on human. But that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
About you, Greg?
Well, basically, I agree. It varies with a person's perception, basically. That's where the misconceptions would lie, is within that person's, perception of their viewpoint of the paranormal.
Right.
And I agree. Not everything is demons. Not everything is Casper the Friendly Ghost. You have a lot in between.
Mm-hmm.
These shows that portray the orb flying into somebody and they get demonically possessed. I'm not going to say what show because I've been on that show. I don't believe in that. All orbs aren't, spirits. That's another misconception. You have like people out there who like are orb worshippers, I think. And I joke around, I call it, we need to start something called orbology. But unless you see it with your physical eyes and you see it glow three-dimensionally, most photographed or video orbs are 99.9% explainable. Dust, insects, moisture, and the list goes on. So probably the orb concept is the biggest misconception, that I can put out there.
Orbs? Yeah, I'll go with that. I've seen some convincing orbs though, Greg. Have you?
I've seen them with my own eyes, yes.
I've actually seen some pictures. I actually have some photos of some hyper convincing orbs that I can't explain. But I also wouldn't call it an orb either. I hate to say light anomaly, dadgummit, because I know Zach Baggins coined that phrase, or did he? I don't know. It seems like he did. But yeah, Katie got a really good photo of a orb at the Shawnee Indian Mission And the only reason I was convinced that this wasn't just your standard orb was because it wasn't like a fragment of light that was captured in the flash. It was a perfect orb or spherical object. This was like a globular thing, and it was cut off like it had depth dimension, like it was actually moving underneath her leg, and her leg is covering half of this thing, whatever it was. It was really weird situation.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I'll have to post that picture up one day, but I'm sure Katie
And that falls into my 0.1% category.
Yeah. And there's a few, and I've even been on a TV show and said, you see those? Those are not ghosts. They're just, it's dirt, it's dust. I'm a big orb. Not a proponent. I'm a big opposer of orbs also. Not necessarily that they don't exist, but just that it's kind of like with psychics. Everybody can't be a psychic. But with people who are really into orbs, it's like every orb is a ghost. And I don't believe that's the case. And not every person that says they're a psychic is a psychic. That's a very mean thing of me to say, I know, but it is what it is. I'm sorry to those of you out there who think you're. Anyways,
and me too. Everybody has their own individual belief system.
Right. So, Nathan, those are some good questions, dude. Was that your last one? You said that like it was your last question.
Well, off
Anything else?
topic.
Yeah. Anything else popped into your dome since we've been sitting here talking?
I've been interested how, like, for a I forgot how to say this. Someone to start out as investigating or have interest in doing that, how would one start out?
Greg?
Well, since there's really no official class on, ghost hunting, that makes anybody an expert, you just have to do your research, buy equipment that you would be able to use and understand, and just try to go somewhere like a publicly known haunted place, like a bed and breakfast, rent a room, or so forth, and just try, your stuff. If you want to do it, with yourself. If you're looking on getting on a team or in that type of setting, do your research on the type of team, because all teams are different. They're like snowflakes, no two are alike. And
I'm not a snowflake, Greg.
Yeah, but find one that would fit your belief system and your expectations and your goals, and see if you could hang out or go out with them somewhere, and see if they have an application, to put in to become a member.
I'm sorry, but I was just playing a little game in my head with Linda and Jennifer down here. I just imagine them like talking to each other. They're muted and they're like, how do we get out of this? Should we go that way? I don't know. The door's right back there. We could go. We can just sneak out.
Or they could be sitting there thinking, they could be sitting there thinking of more questions they want to ask.
They could be. Oh yeah, of course. That's what they were doing. Yeah, sure. All right, Linda and Jennifer, have y'all thought of any other questions that you would like to ask? We got about a few more minutes, and me and Greg are going to go into Demon Hour. Y'all are muted.
But I did let them know that Jennifer could plug her personal business in real quick if she wanted to. She is one of them realtors.
Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
I am. Yep.
She's one of them realtors.
I am one of them realtors.
I don't know if she sells haunted houses, though.
I have called my mom on occasion and said, Mom, I'm in this house. You have to come over here.
And she has.
There you go. Mom, did you find anything?
No.
No.
Not
okay.
so far. So
yeah.
Not yet. Okay. Well, that's good.
Is there anything you want to put out, Jennifer?
Unexplainable.
Oh, nothing unexplainable. Well,
Correct.
okay.
I love to debunk. That is my big thing.
You're a
Yeah.
debunker.
I'm
Okay.
a debunker.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. Jennifer, you want to plug your realtor thing here? Is that something you don't want to intertwine in with your realtor business?
Well, yeah, you can look me up if you need some help with real estate.
There you go. Look up Jennifer.
She might be able to find you a haunted house.
Yeah,
There you go.
maybe I could.
Hey, there's a lot of people. I'm sure there's a market for that.
Oh, I'm
There
sure.
is a market for that.
KD,
Yes.
are you ever thinking about going to New Orleans, French Quarter, or any
I'm
place?
not only thinking about it. I've been there. I've been to New Orleans.
Oh, I've been there a lot, but I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
to do
awesome.
investigations.
Yes, I would love to go there.
Because I would be right there with you.
Oh, sweet. If we ever
I might
swing it,
even beat you there.
sweet. If we ever can swing an investigation there, you'll be one of the first people I call.
Great, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. No, yeah, I actually did a little show it's called Ghost of Morgan City, not in New Orleans, but it's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was on that show, so y'all check that show out if you want to.
Okay.
Ghost of Morgan City, I was on there. And then I did Ghost of Devil's Perch. I've been on Ghost Brothers. I've been on Fright Club. So you can go check all those shows out.
Mhm.
Nathan, you got anything you want to plug, bud?
Nathan,
I don't know if Nathan, are you there?
I don't think so.
I think we may be having paranormal activity over at Nathan. What's up, bud? We got you back. Anything you want to say before we head out here? Nathan, can you hear me? Okay.
Test 1, 2. Wave your hand at him, maybe. Get emotion.
I don't know if he can hear us. Nathan, bud, if you can't hear. Yeah, we lost Nathan. Okay.
I think he's got internet problems with the way that thing spins.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, Nathan, thanks for coming on, bud. We really appreciate it and appreciate you following us. And he's coming into again here. He's went out and he's come back in.
Oh.
I'm going to get rid of that one and bring him in. Nathan, we appreciate you coming on, bud.
Yep. I appreciate it too.
We hope to see you out at one of our hauntings.
Alrighty.
All right, man. You take care.
Well, our next event, Nathan, so you know, we still got a few tickets left at the Pythian Castle event.
Okay.
And that's going to be Saturday, November 6th or 8th. And that's in Springfield, Missouri, so probably not too far from you.
We'll give you the red carpet treatment, bud.
All right.
All right, Nathan. Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
You have a good one, man.
You too, guys.
Okay, and I'll see you later, Nathan.
All righty.
And not to complicate things, KD, but my phone's down to 15%. I'm gonna disconnect from this.
Go ahead.
Go back into the house because my son just sent me something saying the internet's back on.
Okay.
So I'll look back up my standard way. So look for me in the lobby.
All right, we'll do. All right, Greg. I'll just sit here and talk.
Yeah, talk to Linda. Talk to Linda and Jennifer. They can tell you some great stories too.
Yes, I have Linda and Jennifer here that can keep me company.
Okay, I'll see you in about a minute or two.
Okay. Well, Linda and Jennifer, you guys have made it to the demon hour. This is the point in the show where we turn our attention towards demons. What are your thoughts?
I don't have
we've had things that were questionable that scared us enough that we left the room. So
well, not only did we leave the room, but my mother threw me to the demons and pushed me out of the way and ran.
Oh, wow.
I did.
That's that whole all I gotta do is run faster than you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot to teach her that.
Oh, yeah, conveniently forgot that lesson.
Right.
Oh, Jennifer knows now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I always say I don't think that all demonic things come in the Antichrist package. You know, like everything's not going to burn a cross on you or make 3 strikes on you to, you know,
Right.
mock the Trinity or whatever. I think that, you know, a lot of the things historically that a lot of cultures have explained as elementals or, you know, trickster spirits or whatever, aren't so much that. They may be demonic in nature, and that in the, you know, they may have been part of that whole fallen angel thing or whatever happened. Oh, Greg's back. Look at there.
There he is.
Okay, I'm back with my normal setup now.
You made it just in time for Demon Hour.
Oh, not demon.
Greg loves it.
Well, you know, KD, there's evil
Everybody
in the
froze
world
up
all
except
over.
me.
Why wouldn't there be evil in the paranormal?
Don't tell me I'm still having internet.
Definitely.
problems.
I believe that. I believe that's definitely true. And you know, especially with the malevolent hauntings, right? Where they
Okay, let me refresh.
it's obvious that they want to harm people, right? So demonic or not, I believe they're, you know, that ability has been granted to them somehow.
Mhm.
Whether if it's a ghost or spirit, they have gained the ability through some source to use powers beyond what normal spirits or ghosts are able to use. I think is the best way I can kind of describe that. You know, so a human spirit could develop the ability to behave as a demonic being as well. So kind of like what Greg was saying, you know, with the the priest, or he thinks it was a priest or somebody of the cloth that may have marked him with the cross. That's a strong power to have for just a standard, you know, spirit. You know, to actually physically be able to harm you. So, yeah, I think that might be that's potentially. And I also have a crazy whacked out theory. There's a story about in the Bible, Enoch, right, became an angel in the Bible, and so if a human can become an angel, then can humans also become demons?
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. You know, almost knighted as a demon. That's actually a badass like lyric for a song. Let me write that down.
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Greg? As if I didn't already know, or OBS, Greg?
Where'd he go?
Ouija
Still
gone
here.
wild.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just trying to do something from my end, but to play around with your demon theme.
Demon theme. That's also good. Let me write that down too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Me and Greg have a running joke about demons. Look, there's orbs on your front porch right now, Greg. Am I looking at your front porch?
Yep, I still got the screen up.
That's
I'm
weird.
sorry. There, is that better?
Well, I don't know. I want to go back to looking at this orb on your front porch.
It's probably a spider building something.
Well, that's what somebody would say. They didn't want.
Or in your case, it's a demon orb. It's going to
Could
fly
be
through.
demon.
It's going to fly through the internet and possess you.
Man, if something flies into your head in a minute, then I know what happened. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
No, demons are real. I've seen, things I label as demonic, and that goes back to out in Union, Missouri, a separate case way back then where Dr. Jimmy, which was a Baptist minister and had his own show on at the time, came up from Mississippi with an assistant and actually did a Baptist, sort of thing onto the client, the laying of hands and everything. And then while I was taking a break outside, when supposedly the demon got released from her, I saw outside the apartment a shadow entity come through the window and go up the street. So that really gave me a realistic standpoint on that.
Adeptus Mechanicus? Do you mean the 40K? Are we getting into Warhammer 40K lore now? I'm gonna have to do another show on that. Sorry, that was the question
Okay.
that chat had here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do the Warhammer 40K talk some other time, but I'm right there with you. Yeah, but demons. So, what do you think? Shadow people, demons?
No.
No, not even like in the Patrick Swayze sense. Like I've seen
No.
Ghost.
I had a shadow person in my house when I lived in Soulard, and there was no way that was evil.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Shadow entities could be a mixture.
yeah. I
Some
mean, I
malicious,
don't
some
know either
demonic,
way.
and some disembodied spirit.
Disembodied spirit could be. What about like I guess if you are like, I guess you could be under the control of demons in the afterlife. Also, something else I've thought of is what does the death process do to a person, right? Like somebody who dies a traumatic death. Let's say they're murdered, right? Let's just for example say you're murdered and it's a horrific murder. What does that do to a person? What do you like when you come out on the other side? What I guess you've experienced the worst kind of evil. And what would that do to a person's mental state in a situation where they're stuck here after that happens?
Yeah, would they be trying to get revenge on their murderer type thing?
Right, something like that. Or they just experience a different side of humanity that's kind of like, I've seen something I can't unsee and now I'm changed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a good question. I guess I'll find out one day. I am a future ghost.
Yeah, so am I. I'll be there before you. So.
You don't know that, bud.
But since we got Linda and Jennifer on, and if they ran out of questions, we could ask them some questions. Don't have to be
that's where I was
demon.
kind of going with that. Anyway, I was already hitting them up.
Yeah, I was curious about their scariest moment investigating with the paranormal.
Jennifer?
I don't know if it's scariest, but when someone asks me about ghost hunting, the one that comes to my mind is what is that house in Potosi that we investigate? What's that house?
The Long Bantha house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had just an old video camera. What was it called?
It's a V8.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah, it's
old
just
that takes the tapes.
High 8, yeah.
Yeah,
High
and,
eight, yeah.
Right.
and before the ghost hunts begin, you kind of get a tour of all the homes, and so we were kind of walking through with our camera going, and we're talking and just having conversation between the two of us. Well, when we played that back, there's someone screaming in the background, and it wasn't happening while we were there. So that is the thing that just like stands out for me, because that is completely unexplainable.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one there to get it on the background audio of the video camera. That's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And and it wasn't, it was a really old fashioned tape camera.
Right,
There
yeah.
was nothing Wi-Fi about it.
Right.
So
Right.
it
Yeah.
makes it very believable. Now,
Was it like a 90s? Was it like a 90s model camera?
I mean, it wasn't like a big one on your shoulder or anything.
Right. No, it could be like a small, like a,
just a handheld,
yeah, small one. Yeah.
high-8
So,
tape, yeah, which you can't find anymore, but
right. Well, I was going to say, to go along with that, a lot of the best equipment, electronic audio video equipment to use to capture paranormal activity, in my experience, has always been stuff that had come out in the 90s, right? Like when things were crossing over from that analog and your tape media to digital, and then you have this like weird period of time where they were, the same situation with the DR60. That's about when that came out, in the 90s. And so I think there was this weird period of time where they were figuring out, trying to work out all the things that they don't want to capture and weeding out things like shielding and stuff on the electronics, and that's the prime equipment to use. Like all the new stuff is like designed to filter out anything that's not what you want to hear, whereas the older stuff would get everything. It would just
Yeah, we talked a lot on that video.
Yeah.
My experience has nothing to do with recording anything. My friend and I were on an investigation, and we had a questionable event happen. But right after that, I said, "I'm sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom. Excuse me, guys." But we went, and she's on the outside, I'm on the inside, and for sure, I heard her call my name. So I said, "Yes." And then when we got out, I got out. She said, "What were you yesing about?" And then I said, "Well, you called my name. What did you want?" She did not call my name. So there is this thing called a mimic.
Oh, yeah.
And then after I thought about it, I thought, you're right. That voice was in the bathroom with me, not in the hallway. So but it was in my friend's voice.
Yeah, she has a very distinct voice.
Oh, yes. So that was something I'll always remember.
Yeah, that's almost like a doppelganger type situation, right?
And that bathroom had been noted that does happen. It happened to other people with other friends' voices. So yeah, that was
interesting.
Something I won't forget.
Yeah, at Mineral Springs in Alton, investigating there one time, I actually have recordings of a mimicker of myself. Actually saying stuff in my voice.
Wow.
Yeah, and your voice would be hard to copy. So
I can copy his voice. Well, that's interesting. I've heard voices like disembodied voice. And to go along with what you were saying, Linda, I think some of my best experiences are things that have never happened, or that I've never been able to capture. Like and that's kind of like the best paranormal proof that you're ever going to get for yourself, is the things that you can't capture on audio or video, right? And those are the things that normally hook us and make us believe that something else is out there. It's not going to be something that's it's going to be a more personal experience for you. It's going to be something that hits home, something that touches you in a way that is not provable.
And your cameras are never facing in the right direction.
Right. Yeah. It's almost like it's part of that filter that filters out our ability to understand this stuff thoroughly. I feel like,
Yeah, it always happens when you're least prepared.
Exactly.
It's like when you're setting up a DVR system before you hit record. And, or, other equipment. Because I told you about that story at Misty Manor when we were setting up to investigate. Jeremy, back on the team at the time, was in the basement, and Jeremiah Dare was a member of the team back then. And we were setting up the DVR, and I was watching Jeremiah follow Jeremy around. And then Jeremy calls up or something and says he hears footsteps. And I say, "No, Jeremiah's right behind you." He goes, "No, he's not." And then Jeremiah is outside the window on the first floor where we're at. He goes, "No, I'm out here." So if I would have been able to hit record on the DVR, I would have got a doppelganger or whatever it was mimicking Jeremiah at the time.
Nice. But then it wouldn't have said it. So it's almost like a quantum type thing, superposition, where it exists in one state and the other simultaneously until you observe it.
Well, if I knew what it was at the time, I could have sent Jeremiah down to the basement real quick to see his own doppelganger and test to see if that theory is right.
That
and
might
get both of them and get both of them on the DVR.
Yeah, there you go. That could work. If only we could set up stuff like that, like make it work just like that. See, but the fact that you thought about it, that means you wouldn't be able to do it.
But before
weird concept.
But before Linda and Jennifer get off of here, they've been such good ghost hosts. And they haven't met you yet, so I'm going to offer them if they want to come to Potosi, the next one. It should be September 27th. I'm waiting to hear back from the Historical Society, but that's what they're going to say. That was about the only date where we got sweet memories, they could bend for
Right.
us too.
Yeah.
Where you saw
But keep in touch with me, and both of you guys to come and be mine and KD's guests.
Woohoo!
Oh, that would be
Balloons.
great.
For,
Thank
for,
you.
free of charge.
Ah, free of charge. That's even better.
Even better. That's your prize for the night.
Awesome.
You win. Nathan won too though. So Nathan will hook him up with something
Yes,
too. If he's,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, if we hear back from Nathan, we'll let him come to the Pythian
You know,
since
if
he's
Nathan
closer.
had ever,
Right.
do you know if Nathan has ever investigated before? I kind of got the feeling he didn't.
Yeah, I think he has an interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from just talking to him a little bit. That's and
Yeah.
and
Potosi would
messages
be a
too.
good place. Yeah.
Potosi or the Pythian, I think would be a good place.
Yeah, I think he lives. I think he might live in the Kansas City area.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But he's a fan of the KC, the Kansas City football team, the Chiefs.
Oh,
so
sure.
that could be anywhere around. So we'll have to find out.
Yeah, if you live within 100-mile radius of Kansas City, you're probably a Kansas City fan.
Right. So if you're watching this, Nathan, get a hold of us, message us back. And if you want to come to the Potosi event, which 99.9% would be September 27th, a Saturday, or to the Pythian event, that's the 6th or the 8th, that Saturday. And that's in Springfield, Missouri. Let us know.
Yep.
And he could come free of charge as a guest of mine and KD as well.
Yep. There you
Well,
go.
it'd be nice to see you, Greg, and to meet you, Katie.
Yes.
It'll be nice to meet y'all too, Linda and Jennifer.
Yes, yes. I'll bring my old-fashioned camera.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, please do. I love it. I love
We'll
it.
make sure KD at Potosi takes you around and let you use some of his neat little gadgets.
Oh, yes.
I got plenty of crazy stuff to use. Yes.
He is the paranormal mad scientist. That's why I nicknamed him as, and it sticks.
Greg said that. Greg named me that. He said that a long time ago, and I was like, Greg, everybody's gonna think I'm a scientist. He said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You do crazy stuff. And so like and then somebody heard that, and then so that came up in what I thought was an interview turned out to be an audition to do Ghost of Morgan City, and that's when they started calling me that on TV, and then that just kind of carried on also. But Greg coined that term.
Yeah, but I should trademark it now.
That phrase, that name.
And then start charging you to use it.
Have I bought the .com on that yet? I don't know. Anyways.
They're good. Get your retirement money, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome, Greg. All right, Linda and Jennifer, it's been great having y'all on. Thank y'all for coming, for wasting your evening with us. We appreciate it.
And see you in Potosi.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll see you.
Let's keep in touch with me, but like I said, you'll see it go up when it's on for the 27th.
All right.
That's send me a message if there's some reason you're not going to be able to go.
Will do.
Okay.
We'll just plan on having y'all there anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
We're putting y'all on the poster.
Okay.
The ghost host.
Right.
That's right.
Come investigate with the ghost host, Linda and Jennifer.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Linda and Jennifer, thank y'all for coming on and putting up with us tonight. We appreciate it on the first episode of the episode 4 of Paranormal Task Force Operation Podcast, but the first tryout of this new format, the ghost host that we're doing. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.
See y'all later. See y'all in Potosi.
Yep.
Oh, I took the wrong person off stage.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well, we got about let's see. Where are we at? We got 10 more minutes. You want to plug anything, Greg?
Well, you got that funny video, or you?
Hold on, let me pull that up. I got to get in this other thing over here.
That might lighten the load.
Well, I don't have it on my text messages. On my, oh, it's in my. You sent it to my phone, Greg.
Yeah, or it's in the PTF Facebook page.
Is it on the PTF Facebook
Yeah,
page?
that's the easiest way to get to it.
Easy for you, not so easy for me.
And there you go. Here you go. Let's put that up. We got about maybe a dozen, 10 to 12 tickets left for this November 8th Pythian event. If anybody's interested out there and going, just go to our Eventbrite page at paranormaltaskforce.eventbrite.com.
Tim Lovejoy, you are more than welcome to come out and investigate with me at any event that I'm going to be at. I will pay your way, bud. You always have an open door. Tim is a longtime friend and fan of Supernatural Inc., and he has been a big supporter of our equipment. So,
well, you're going to be at the Potosi event and the Pythian event. So
I will. So anybody who's going to come to these, I'll be at these. I will be actually at I'll be at all of the Paranormal
and
Task
from
Force
there on, yep, they're all yours, baby.
From this point forward, yeah, I'll be at all of them. So yeah, man, you're welcome. And anybody who wants to look at any of my equipment that I build for Supernatural Inc., you can always go over to any of our social medias. You can look at some funny videos and some videos of some equipment, of some ghost boxes and stuff that I do, that I've used, that I've built on TikTok. You can go to Supernatural Inc. Paranormal channel on Paranormal Network channel on YouTube, where you can also watch all of our live streams here on Paranormal Task Force. And we got Julie Couch, who does oh my goodness, I'm having a brain problem. She does the Spiritual Speakeasy over on the Supernatural Inc. Paranormal Network channel on YouTube and on Facebook. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on. Is there anything I'm leaving out? Big shout out to my beautiful wife, Katie. Love you. She does a lot. She keeps me going. She's the only reason that I'm still running about and doing stuff. She keeps the house held down, and she helps do so much. So we also make t-shirts and all this stuff. And that's Katie makes t-shirts. I say we. I don't actually do anything in the t-shirt making. I'm just kind of the ugly face of this whole thing. Yeah, Katie should really be in here doing the talking because she's much prettier than I am. But yeah, Katie, she does t-shirts and all that. So if anybody's interested in ordering t-shirts, oh, hey, we got the video come up.
I sent you the link to the video in your Facebook Messenger.
Okay, let me see if I can squeeze my messenger down here. Let me see if I can just share this video here.
We're not set on a stop time 100%, so we don't have to worry about pulling the plug right at.
We don't. I just wanted to make sure we get all of our plugs in and all that stuff. Let's see, window. I can share it like this because Facebook is meh. It's mid. Yeah. It's mid. So mid. Here we go. Is it gonna play?
All right, so get this. My buddy and I were haunting this really old, sweet beach house. Ooh, that sounds nice. Oh, great views, great weather. The family there was losing it because we were so scary. So all of a sudden, this van pulls up. It's a camera crew. No way. Apparently, they think they're going to film a ghost hunting show. So did you turn up the scary or ready for this? Yeah. Buddy and I straight up left. Oh, no way. They're filming there right now. And there is not a damn ghost in that house. Why does that sound even better than being scary? Hey, sometimes it's about knowing when not to be scary. This is the way. All right, so get this. My buddy and I were hunting this.
That would be the better way to do it, is to just go ahead and click on it. That's a good one, Greg. That's about right too. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, how many times did that happen? The paranormal shows or investigators?
Damn near every one. Every show. Well, shows not so much, but investigators, yeah. How can we see what t-shirts Katie makes? I think she posts them all on the Supernatural Inc. page. If she doesn't post all of them, she's posted a lot of them. And she makes a lot of t-shirts for a lot of paranormal teams. She actually does stuff for non-paranormal stuff as well. She does t-shirts for orthopedic surgeons, offices, and stuff like that. Really funny ones, like no bones about it. We're the best, orthopedics. So it's pretty funny, pretty good. But yeah, you can check her stuff out on anything that Katie does. I know Katie rocks. Katie's cooler than I am, y'all. Okay, if y'all want to see the Supernatural Inc. show when you come out to an event, follow Katie around. Don't follow me. Follow Katie. Katie's much more entertaining than I am. I'm kind of a dud sometimes, but just because I'm doing stuff,
I need to get her to make you a shirt that says "Everything's a demon."
Everything is a demon. Everything's not a demon. Okay, I know it's not a demon. It's just cool to think about. Okay. God. Anyways,
it just goes back to a story.
Oh, okay.
When we were filming or taking part in Exorcism Live, that big production, what channel was that on at the time? Oh God, I forget the channel, but you know what I'm talking about. Where it was live and the Wraith Chasers were in the Exorcist house.
I don't watch TV.
But a group of people showed up outside the area that was all blocked off in Belnor, and did not want us to do that inside the house because they were demon worshippers, Satanists. And after we were leaving there, I was with the Booth brothers at the time. I joked around, we should make a shirt that says "Demon Lives Matter."
There's Sandy Oates. Destination America.
Yep, that's it.
That was the channel it was on. Destination.
Yeah.
But that used to be the Travel Channel. Is that right?
No, they branched off from something, and then Discovery Channel was the major channel above them because they had a network trailer there too.
I did not see that. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I've met the what did you say, Wraith Chasers?
Yep.
I've met those guys. I like Doogie and Brandon. They were super cool.
Yeah, I like them too.
Yeah. Yep. Doogie and Brandon. Okay. Well, Greg, you got anything you want to close out on? We're doing really good. We're gonna hit the hour 30 mark pretty good here.
But sometime I gotta make up something or that because I like supporting the eclectic shop that I've been going to for years down on South Broadway in South St. Louis called the Crystal Wizard. And they have a lot of neat stuff, your metaphysical stuff, your retro stuff. And it's a place that people would love to go and just shop around. You can still get blacklight posters there.
Sweet.
From the 80s and that.
Nice. I love blacklight stuff.
Yeah,
as you can see behind me there.
So I gotta make Chris up something, a graphic, and help promote her on here because I love the shop.
It's a blacklight ghost box. Woo-hoo.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Working on that one. It's a microcom version.
Is it blacklight or glow in the dark?
It's glow in the dark, but glow in the dark is blacklight.
Oh,
reactive.
Okay.
So, anyways,
everybody's gonna want one of those now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're gonna be for sale. Tim, we're gonna make a site that's gonna have Paranormal Task Force stuff on it and Supernatural Inc. stuff on it, so everybody can go buy their merchandise there, or you can come out to events and you'll be able to get it all there as well. Jay Fortune here. I'm gonna go back through some of the comments right here real quick before we get off here.
Oh, that's fine.
Leo friends that have told me, Leo as in astronomical sign Leo, I assume. I don't know. Is LEO, is that an acronym?
Not that I know.
Leo friends that have told me stories about the whole area. Great stories.
Not sure what Leo would stand for.
What law enforcement? Is that what Leo is? Law enforcement officers? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it could be.
Law enforcement
But
officers.
we both been in the military, and I worked for the
Man.
government, so you come across so many 3-letter
Nailed it.
acronyms.
Nailed it.
Good job.
Law enforcement, yes. Okay, well, thank all y'all for coming on. And I just want to end on the one note here is that anytime you're out investigating the paranormal, one thing you never want to do